Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jarrell Solis with Confidence Pest Control. And as always, I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in, hitting that play button, and listening to what I have to say. I know it's been a little bit, the videos have slowed down just a little bit, and I do apologize. As you all expect, it's just that busy season. But don't you worry, right now it's 9:30, and I promised you guys I'd make a video. And so this is me keeping that promise to you guys. Again, sorry for my voice. You saw earlier this week, I've been coughing. The cough's pretty much, it's still hanging around just a little bit, but now I'm just dealing with a little bit of a lost voice. But other than that, everything's all good over here. Um, but I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you guys are excited about, the podcast coming up. Johnny and I are super, super pumped to get that going. And we've already we're actually getting a list of interviewees, and shout out to Freddie from New York, Jason. I know my boy Daniel said he would be down. And if any of you guys too, if any of you guys want to just share some of your information, share your story, and just get out of your comfort zone a little bit, let me know. I'd love to have you guys on. Excuse me. With that being said, you can see I'm not in the garage today. It's just me, the iPad, the mic, and I'm right here at the kitchen table. The kids are going to sleep. They're getting ready for school tomorrow. We're just getting off spring break, and my wife's, kind of getting everything organized. And so it's just me. So don't even be surprised to see my little one come over here, because I know she's going to want to end up getting out here too. But yeah, that's just what we do, man. I don't do a lot of editing. I don't do that stuff. I record. I want to provide information and hit upload, and hopefully that it's information that you guys can use. So with that all being said, let's jump into it. All right. So obviously, like I said, it is March and it's springtime. Like I said, my kids, they just got off spring break. A lot of kids are going on to spring break, but as springtime is, that this is what we live for in the pest control industry. The springtime, the summertime, because the bugs are buzzing and the money's coming in. With that being said, if you don't provide mosquito service, and I'm not telling everybody to provide mosquito service, but if you don't, just know that you're leaving a lot of money on that table. I've got a mosquito blower. Some people use the into care buckets. There's a lot of different ways to treat mosquitoes. Well, I mean, maybe not a lot, but there's some different ways to treat mosquitoes. I do the fogger, not so much the into care buckets, but that's a great way, for one, for you to get your foot in the door and that extra income, because that's a monthly service, and that's an upsell for all your customers. But two, you can, that's a really, really easy and effective way to get reviews. I talk about it all the time. You do things like that. You give and you give and you give. And customers, they appreciate that, and they want to say, hey, thank you, like that was really awesome. Just when you're doing an initial service, or not even an initial service, you get to one of your regular bi-monthly, monthly, quarterly customers, whatever it is, you let them know, hey, this year, if you don't do it, if you hadn't done it in the past, let them know that we're doing it this year. If you do it this year, and you kind of just, man, I'm so sorry, you guys, I really am. But yeah, if you do it, maybe that customer doesn't, they don't have it, but you want to introduce it to every customer you can. And if you give away, dude, 150 mosquito services, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but imagine if every single one of those turned out to be a 5-star review for you. I'll give away 150 mosquito services for 150 5-star reviews. That's me personally. That's going to help me grow significantly. But what I'm saying is, when you get out there to your customers, let them know. Say, hey, we're, right now is mosquito season. We're offering a discount. Give it free. Give discounts. Whatever you need to do but introduce that to your customer. You want them to know about it because again, it's a lot of extra revenue, or it could be potentially a lot of extra revenue for you. It's an exterior only. It takes just minutes. It takes minutes. Now you got to be careful, when routing and everything. I know a buddy of mine, Jason. He doesn't really do a whole lot of mosquito just because it could be a lot of running around. But if you're just upselling it to all your current customers, then it could make for some solid profits for you. But you do you guys. But now's the time of year when you definitely want to do it. I think that I just think you're leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't do it personally. But to each their own. Maybe it's not you, but if it is, now's the time to get them doing it. And with that also being said, I told you guys that I had created a little service paper. That's all it was. It literally says services. It has my name, my license number, things like that, but it just says exclusion service, general pest service, mosquito, and termite, I believe. It just says like the four: exclusion, pest, termite, and mosquito. Yeah, very, 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 very simple. It has, and then a little bit over here, it has the initial column and a blank spot right there, so you can write the initial price, and it has a recurring column right there, so you can write the recurring price. I did it last week, made a sale right off it. I went, and again, with that, and this is something, I think you all should do. I got this from an owner of mine. When you get an initial service, take a little bit of extra time to spend with that customer to build that value. And so when you're there, spend an hour and a half, 2 hours at that initial. I know it sounds like a lot of time, but it could pay really big dividends. I mean, if you got a lot of initials, in one day, then, I get it. But what I did and what I'm starting to do is at every initial service that I go to, and I've talked about it before, I'm going to go ahead and take my measuring wheel and just measure the linear foot so that I can give them the termite price. I'm going to go ahead and write down the mosquito price in there, and then as I'm going around, I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to inspect the home to see if there's anything that just really any work that needs to get done. I'm not, and you don't do it. Be a good person. I'm doing it because I've seen, and you guys are too. We all understand what happens when these customers don't, when people don't protect their homes and their families. So you want to make sure that you're coming at it from a helpful, desire to help. I mean, for me, that's what I'm doing. I've seen it way too much where rats get in the home, they chew through things up, and they mess stuff up. We've all seen what happens when termites can destroy a house, and we know the cost of repairing, a wall that's been destroyed by termites. You're spending between $10,000 and $20,000 maybe to get that wall repaired, where it could have cost them $1,000 to $1,500 to prevent it from happening. And for most people, their home is the largest investment of their life that they'll ever make. So, and they understand that, so they want to protect it. That's why that's why they have insurance. That's why they, pay for roofers and plumbers, because they want to protect that investment. And so, you're almost obligated as the pest professional to have their back and to look out for them, and by doing that. And so what I do is now I'm going around the home and I'm just letting them know about anything that I see that could potentially lead to pests getting in their home. It could be as simple as just, hey, all I did today was just count your weep holes. I saw that you have 50 weep holes around your home, and I just want to let you know that I did dust them and whatnot, but that could be, and so, but again, you write that down. I did it on the back. I kind of just drew a makeshift graph, with all the linear foot, all the measurements, and I marked down all the potential openings and potential just entry access points to the home. And when you're doing that, you're building value, because now it's like, hey, I don't just come out here to kill the bugs. I'm out here to help you protect your home. And the customers do appreciate that. And by the way, I made $1,000 exclusion sale, just for presenting him the information, just letting him know, hey, um, as I was going around, your roof joints right here, I call it the roof return, whatever you call it, there's some openings right here. And then it's funny because, I scheduled it and he came up whenever I came back. He said, we went up in the attic and we found roof droppings and we saw some large wasp nests. They're all, dormant or dead, but they had made their way in right through that point where I had showed him. And so it's those little things like that. And again, when you do those things, some customers, they might look at it and just say, okay, thank you. And some customers will ask you about it. And that's when you have the opportunity to just give them that information. And remember, when you give them that information, you're not selling them. You're not selling, don't sell to people. Inform them. Just be the messenger. You're obligated as a pest professional to make sure that your customers are protected, that their home and that their family is protected. And so you won't feel scummy. You won't feel, you won't feel like that sales guy, because if you believe in your product, now, if you're just like, man, what I do doesn't kill bugs, I can't keep them out, things like that. If you don't believe in it and you're trying to sell it, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Don't do that. But Johnny, he's great. Jason, they're great. There's a lot of great people, some of the best. But I believe that I'm the best. I believe that. It's just I do. I do everything that I can to try to be the best, and that doesn't mean just the best at talking, but that just means the best experience. That means I'm going to provide the most value. I'm the best at what I do, and that's building these relationships with my customers. And so when you let them know, and again, you're just a messenger, and they ask about that, but now it does two things. You've built your value. Now they're seeing, okay, yeah, again, he's not just here to kill the bugs, but he's here to help protect me and my family. And so then, so you build the value that way. And then two, now you're letting them know of all the services that you do provide, because so many people, and I want to stress this to you guys. I really want to say this to you guys. So don't ever make the mistake of thinking that what you want is what other people want, or that what you would or wouldn't buy is what they would or wouldn't buy. You're not these people, all right? So don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, they're not going to spend $1,500 on exclusion, because I wouldn't spend $1,500 on exclusion. Don't make the mistake of thinking, oh yeah, I'm not going to spend $1,500 on termite protection. It's a brand new house. I'm not going to do that. So they're not going to do that. Nah, you've got to get that mindset completely. You have nothing to do with that, because you're not your customer. You have their best interest in mind. So you make these offers, or you present them. Don't make those offers. Present them with that information. And again, these are things that they're going to say, okay, hey, you know what? What's this termite now? And this is going to prevent them? Okay, yeah, I'll buy it. And again, you're building a value, and now they know about your services. So just because just because you don't want to pay for mosquito service doesn't mean they don't. They may hate going outside mosquitoes. You may never go outside. They may want to be outside all the time. And so mosquito service is great for them. And they could be, using Mosquito Joe over here because they didn't even know that you provide that service. So you're building the value with those customers by letting them know that, hey, I care about you. I care about your investment. I care about your property and your family. And then also, hey, just so you know, here's what we do. Hey, if you don't ever call me about any of these, that's fine. But I want you to know that if you are having mosquito issues, I can get that taken care of. If you start seeing, these flying ant-like bugs, but, then you realize that the termites, hey, I do provide termite protection and termite services. It's, hey, we have rats in the house. What do we do? It's like, okay, well, here's things that we can do. Exclusion things, we can do these things for you. So now, again, you're just helping your customer. Again, don't just show up and just like, hey, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. It's just you don't want to sell. People don't want to be, they don't want to sell, they want to buy. So when you just give them that information, you're just setting yourself up for success. And it paid off for me. Right away, I started doing it. I implemented it, and right away, I got the exclusion service, and he's signing up for mosquito service. Any other time, my other customers that I was doing that with, I show up, I do their initial pest, and I don't want to. I didn't want to seem like I'm just out here to try to make their money. I'm trying to take their money, but I had to get out of my own way and get out of my head and provide that information, and I did, and it's already paying dividends immediately. So I highly suggest that you guys do the same thing. Just figure out a way to let your customers know about the services that you offer. Give them the price. Say, hey, this is good for 6 months, 9 months, 3 months, whatever you want to do. And now, hey, and say, hey, you don't have to call me about it at all. But if you ever do, these are your prices are locked in for the next 6 months, something like that. Anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about with that one. Um, all right. Here's another one I want to talk about, you guys, because everyone wants, we're all trying to grow. Um, your reviews are going to be a big one. Word of mouth is going to be a big one. Facebook can work really, really well in your favor if you know how to properly use it. And I say that because I see it, and I was just showing my wife yesterday. I'm like, listen, there's a Facebook group, and well, there's actually like 2 or 3 Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and then there's another pest control company. I'm not going to drop names or anything like that, but he joined this group as well, and that's wonderful. Hey, I couldn't hate, dude. I'm the least hating person you'll ever meet, man. I'm like, hey, bro, there's plenty of room. Hell, I support his business. I'll give him shout outs, all that stuff. Um, but in my opinion, and I'm not saying that I'm right by any means. I'm not, but what I'm seeing and what I've learned is that because he's going on here just offering all his services at great price. He has, and you can clearly tell that he has AI write some stuff for him, and nothing wrong with that. I use ChatGPT daily, so again, no shade, nothing at all. But he's listing all his services, telling them about what he can do for them and how how just buy. Hey, my services are, this price, or, it's just buy. And that's all fine and well, I guess. But what I want you guys to understand, all my confidence peeps, you want to be givers, man. Have a servant heart and be willing to give and read the book Jab, 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 Left Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. But that's what you want to do. You want to be willing to give. I am willing to give everything. I'm willing to give. And I'm so blessed and I'm so fortunate because, especially in the past few weeks, my life has been fantastic. And I know, and I don't do things for other reasons. I don't do the good things so that good things can happen. I don't do that. That's not me at all. I do the good things because I enjoy doing good things. But the universe has a funny way of taking care of you. You do good by people and you do the right thing at every turn, the universe is going to throw you a bone. And I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. And I think that right now I'm kind of in that phase of my life where the universe is saying, hey, man, you're killing it. We're going to send some good people your way. I've got a guy that I already know who's going to be my first hire. Fantastic guy. I mean, absolute. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. But again, it's because I'm giving. I think. I mean, that's my belief at least, is I'm giving. And so, that's what I'm. Back to the Facebook post. That's what I do. Is I just give. I give information. If you were to look up pest control in Temple, Texas, you would see me all over the place. And never am I telling you. I don't even mention Confidence Pest Control. That guy. He's mentioning he's sharing his business page all over, and again, nothing wrong with it, but that's not me. That's not what I'm doing. I'm introducing myself. I'm letting everybody know that, hey, I am part of the community. I'm one of you guys. Because people buy from who they like, right? And I like to be liked just as much as anybody, but I give information. I'm happy. People ask me all the time, and just information, and I just give. Be willing to do that. On my Facebook posts, I'm not out there advertising like crazy. I'm not over here telling you, hey, for the best in pests, you need to call Confidence Pest Control now. That's not me. All I'm doing is just letting you guys know, or letting the community know that I have a business, or I'm just letting them know that I'm out here and that I'm helping their neighbors, and that I'd love the opportunity to connect. I give them information like, hey, here's one of the best things that you can do to keep scorpions out of your home. I'm just giving information, and when you do those kinds of things, and you're doing it regularly. See, this guy, he's posting in the same group. Like I was just going, and he posted at, like, let's just say 7 a.m. And then he posted again in the same group another long thing of selling his services at like 2 p.m. And then he posted again the next day in the same group, selling his services. And again, he's going at it his way. He's getting in front of people. But then you look at my posts. I don't post in there every single day. I do it once a week. You don't want to overload these people. Just let them know that you're there. But by giving them information, they know that, because they see you once a week. Hey, fire ants, that guy from Confidence was telling me how to treat fire ants. Scorpions. Hey, that guy from Confidence was telling me what to do if I see scorpions. He's telling me what to do if I see mosquitoes. He's telling me home remedies on what I can do here myself. I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work, then okay, you know what? I might give him a call. But when you continue to do and you're giving information and you're helping, what you do is you become an expert, and then you're an authority. And these people, brand recognition, as they see you over and over, and they've seen you post about spiders and scorpions and mosquitoes, and then now their son got stung by a scorpion. Shit, at the time he wasn't too concerned about it. It wasn't an issue for him. But now his son got stung, so now he is going to have to call pest control. His wife's saying call pest control today so we can get someone out there so that this never happens again. Well, who do you think he's going to call? He's going to call the guy that he's been seeing, and he's going to say, hey, you know what? I've seen this guy all over our neighborhood. I'm going to call him. And he's not asking you for prices. He's just asking you to get out there. And that's what happens when you build. I made a sale earlier this afternoon. There wasn't a price. There was no price asked. It was, hey, I've seen you. My mom uses you. I'm seeing spiders. When can you come out here? And boys, those are those customers that you want, because they're not asking, they're not calling around. Now they already know who they're using. They already know that they're going to pay for it. Now they just want to know when you can get out there. And those are solid customers. Those are close rate. I mean, you're lobbing it up and just pow, hit it out the park. That's all it is. So continue to give. And then somebody's going to, they're saying, hey man, you've been giving. Hey, what do you want? And now, hey, well, and now you can make your ask. And you can ask for something, and you've already you've already gave so much, right? So when you make your ask, it's going to be reciprocated. It's just the law, it's human nature, it's the way of the world. People want to help people who help them. So give, and I promise you it will come back to you 10 times over. So when you post on Facebook, unless you're really good at knowing how to do your ads, because you can do really good returns on them, but you want to make sure you know how to do them. I'm learning. I will teach you guys in the future. I will, bear with me. But for now, post, just give information. Give. Just go on ChatGPT and say, hey, what are 3 things that I can tell my customers on a do-it-yourself, and it'll give you 3 ideas. It'll give you the script on all that, and you do that, and you give to all the people in your community, and I'm telling you, it will pay off in the long run. So just have a servant's heart and be willing to serve and give others and give to others and help in any way that you can. And last year, I just sold a service right now. Because last year I went and did some wasp nests for her for free. I knocked them down. I got the review. Now this year she's signing up for. I'm doing the initial tomorrow. She's signing up for regular service. So that's what I'm saying. Give, and play the long game. You might not get it today, might not get it tomorrow, but you will get it back in return. So that's enough on that. I just can't stress it enough. When it comes to Facebook, give information, provide information. Quit telling everybody to call you when they see spiders and tell them what they can do to get rid of the spiders. Quit telling everybody that the only way, to keep pests out of their home is if they call you and your company to do it. No. Tell them about excluder cloths. Tell them about how to caulk their windows. Show them how to go get some home defense or diatomaceous earth. Do things like that. And then you're going to realize that these customers, they don't want to do it. I've got a video that I need to upload. I was at a home the other day. They have German roaches. I looked on the counter, and these people went out and bought Avion cockroach. They had Boractin, so they had some of the right dust, some of the right bait. There was a lady who had Alpine WSG and Teco Pro, and these people, they're like, okay, this is what they said to do, but they start doing it, and then they realize I'm not the professional. I don't know how to do this, and maybe they get some results or something like that, but they're still seeing them. So then they call you because you're the one that gave them the information, and now they're just gonna say, you know what? Instead of doing this, how about I just call you? You can do it, and that just goes. I mean, like I said, the other day I did that home, and they had the products, the exact same products that I was going to be using. They had them there, but what they didn't have was my training, my knowledge, my years and years of experience on how to properly get rid of those German roaches. I promise you, they're going to be gone. I will get rid of them. Now, I have no doubt in my mind I can get rid of them. Again, same with all you guys. We're trained. We're the professionals. But when you give that information and you let the customers know what they need to do, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to call you anyways because you're willing to be the guy to give them that information. So again, that's enough on that, but that's how you want to approach it, is just by giving. And then the last thing I do want to talk about real quick, because it's coming on that half-hour mark, is I just got these bad boys. Well, a couple weeks ago, the Ray-Bans, yeah, and they're the Meta Ray-Bans. So you got them in here. This the case, for those of you who don't know, I'm not out of shit. If Meta, if you want to sponsor me, hey, I'm all for it. But the case is the charger. You can the USB-C. You just connect it, charge it. I'm not gonna lie, the battery life on them isn't gonna be the best. I mean, you can just use them as they have them regular. I have the sunglasses, and I love them. They are artificial, or they are AI, Meta AI, and you can see right here, you've got the lens or the camera lens on both sides. Let's see, right here. Let's see if you can see. All right, there it is. So now the light is flashing and it's recording a video. It records up to about I think it records up to 3 minutes if you set it up there, and now it's done. You can answer phone calls. I mean, they're really, really great. But I've been using them because now customers, as well as other people in the pest world, they can see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I got them specifically to do content creation. I want to have fun with these and just day in the life of pest control, things like that. But I got them really, really fun. They connect to Amazon Music. They connect to your phone, obviously. So you're just there. It's got the speakers right here. It's controlled right here. I've been having a blast with them. a lot of people know about them. A lot of people don't. I'm actually surprised at how many people really had no idea about these Ray-Bans. But yeah, they're awesome. They're not super expensive. I think you can get some for, I mean, a few $100s, and I'd say a few like two. You might be paying like 300. They're You can have transition lens as well as just regular prescription lens. Man, I can't say enough about these things. They're really fun. Stay tuned. I already made some videos, some shorts, but with these, I'll be able to continue to make more content. And then people are always asking about service protocol. I'm not that guy. I tell you guys all the time, I'm not the bug guy. I am a customer service guy who happens to kill bugs. But now that I've got these, I can do a little bit more of that because, again, I am the best. I'm confident in what I do. I can show people how I'm getting rid of wasp nests. I can show how I'm doing my granules treating. I mean, just everything. And I've already made some videos. It has the Meta app that you download, and then it just connects to your phone, and it's all wireless, and it downloads on there, and you can create some really fun videos. Just as a quick show, like here's me just walking around as I'm granulating the yard, and you just get the first person view of me. That's all it is. I'm walking around doing some Trio G right here and little things like that. It's really fun. I had my son over here, and I made a video, but he's over here, stuffing the weep holes with excluder cloth. But again, now I've got these Ray-Bans, and I get to do some really cool videos, and I'm super excited about these. With just all the big things that we've got going on, but content creation, and the podcast, and making videos, and just being informative and helping you guys in any way that I can. That's what I'm here to do. And I think that instead of having to, hold the phone or whatever, now I can just hit record on these, and now I can show you guys what it is that I'm doing, how I'm doing it, things like that. Oh yeah, look, real quick before I get out of here. Yeah, so just do the German rose treatment. This customer had the unfortunate and you hear me talking. Buying a air fryer, I believe, or maybe. But again, really fun. Really, I think they're worth it. The battery sucks sometimes, but I mean, just charge it. They charge pretty quick, and I think they're worth it. But I did just want to throw that in there because I will be making many more videos. And you guys, again, I'm not the one who's trying to, I don't do a whole lot of editing. I'm trying to learn that stuff because I have my TikToks as well. But these are really fun. So you guys will be able to see a little bit more in the field stuff because of these. But as for now, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry that the videos haven't been. I know last week I didn't make one. I did the live video. I'm so thankful for everybody who tuned in for that. I still need to get in contact with the winners. It was from Florida and Ohio, Avon Lake and Pompano, Florida. If you guys watch these, y'all need to hit me up because I've got the stuff that I need to send you guys. But I'll take care of all that. But for now, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you can take some of this information, use it in your business, and implement it today. You're going to see it on Monday. Implement it on either Monday or Tuesday. Get out there and start growing these pest control businesses. Remember, come at this from a servant's heart. Give. And that's, from, just the information as far as like letting them know what you do, but just be willing to give and expect nothing in return. And when you do those things, it's going to pay off. So as always, you guys, keep grinding, keep growing those pest control businesses. Stay tuned for the podcast. That's going to be coming sometime very soon. The next few weeks is going to be sometime in April, but it is coming. Confident Endeavors. I'm really stoked about that. We're getting all the microphones and all that stuff together now, but Until then, you guys, I'll say it one more time. I mean, because as if I don't repeat myself enough, keep grinding, keep growing those pest control businesses, and as always, stay confident. Take care.